my difficulty is how do I write that without the bracket? Anyway, I have a suggestion. Stefanos? Could write times, but I don't want to do that. I want to try and shorten it down, get rid of the brackets. I want to subtract. Amiri? X plus 3 is just x plus 3. It's not 3 times x. You can't say it's multiplying by 3, because if x was 2, x plus 3 would be 5, not 6. 3 times 2. Okay, so I apply the x. Nilu, you with me? Subtract the x, subtract the plus 3. That looks a bit weird, but that's what's going to happen. We're going to subtract both things. So I subtracted the x. You can think about, if you want, multiplying it by minus 1, but change the sign of everything in the brackets. The brackets was a positive x and a positive 3. Now it's going to be a negative x and a negative 3, because a plus minus is a minus. So a negative outside the bracket changes the sign of everything inside the bracket. It's negative, it says do the opposite. So if it was subtracting, you add. If it was adding, now you subtract. So what's my final answer here, now that I can just combine these like terms? So it's 6x? Yes. Yes? No. So I have 10x, 10 apples, take away an apple, take away $3. So dollars and apples are different things. So 10x, take away one of those x's, I have 9x, and I just have minus 3, because they're not a like term. Okay, I'm going to do another example. 6m. What happens if there's a negative multiplier now? So I have 6m minus 3m plus 2 plus 5. So it's subtracting 3 of these. Subtracting 3 times this. So how do I apply that? So I have this 3 times that, but subtract. So change the sign. So multiply by minus 3. So if I multiply by minus 3 both of these, I have minus 3m's. And I have, well, 3 times 2 is 6, but is it plus or minus? Minus. It's minus. If I'm multiplying by a minus, it changes the sign of anything in there. It's the opposite. And I have plus 5 here at the end. And now it becomes adding and subtracting like terms. Anyone care to give me a solution here? Chris? Yeah. How many m's do I have? You have 3 m's overall. Chris. Hello, Chris.
You have, so I add the m's together.
Well, there's 6 of them here, and I subtract 3 of them, so how many have I left?
3.
Yes. 3 m's. And then what about the numbers? Minus 11. That's one answer. It's not the right answer. Harry? It is negative 1. So I have negative 6, add 5. I don't have negative 6, subtract 5. I have negative 6, add 5. That's just at negative 1. Don't quite make it to 0. So if I drew my number line and I was back here at negative 6 and I added 5, I'd almost get, that's adding 4, I'd almost get to 0, but I wouldn't quite get there. I'd get to negative 1. Okay, let's do one of the ones in question 5. So my third example is going to be 3p plus 7 take away p minus 7. All right, so the 2 brackets here, this first one is 3 of these brackets take away, well, 1 of those. 3 of these brackets. So 3 of these brackets, that's okay. That's the distribution rule, it's normal. 3 times p is 3p, and 3 times 7 is 21. Happy with that? There's no reason to change the sign of anything inside. There's no negative multiplier this time. The second one I do. I'm going to write negative p, because negative p, and I got a minus 7. What's that now?
Adding 7.
It's adding 7. If I subtract a negative, it's adding it. Right, now I got to combine my like terms. Anyone care? Lottie, what's my final answer? How many p's do I have? 2 p's, yes. And then what about my numbers? 28. Very good. Perfect. Can I do anything more? Is that now 30p? Nope, because that's just 2p's and that's 28. So think of it 2 pairs and $28. I can't combine them to be dollar pairs. Okay, I'll do one final example from the last question. Anyone I should do? Maybe I'll do the very last one for a very difficult example. 3a times 2a plus 4b. Wow, this is a tricky one. Minus 3b times 4a. Should have written this beforehand. Plus c, take away 3c. 3a minus 2b. Wow, that's really difficult. Wow. Okay. Just gonna go step by step, see what happens. So this is 3a times both these. 3a times both these. Okay. Well, 3a times 2a, what's that? 6a. 6aa, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Which is 6a to the power of 2. Right, good start. What about 3a times 4b?
No, we can't do that.
Yes, you can multiply. 12ab, yes. Very good. Okay, that's that one done. 3b times 4a. 3b times 4a. Yep. 12, well, AB, because we don't, but is it negative, yeah? It has to be negative. Okay. What about negative 3b times plus c? Is it positive or negative for a start? A negative times a positive? Negative. If it was positive in the bracket and the negative is multiplying, it's going to be the opposite sign. So, well, 3b times c now. 3bc, yeah, just shove them together. If nothing multiplies, just shove them together. All right, next one. We've got this times this. That's a c and that's an a. 3 times 3 is 9, yes? 9ac. And negative, yeah, because that's a negative. And our last one is a, well, 3c times 2b. 6bc minus minus. Plus. Yes. All right. Anything here can combine? Any buddies?
6BC and 3BC.
Oh, we got 12AB here. Oh, that's blue. 12AB. 12ABs, take away 12ABs. What are we left with?
Nothing.
Nothing. Oh, that can just, they just cancel each other out. That's better. Is there any a squareds to add to the 6 here? No. A's just on his own. He's got no friends. He's just there. All right. Anything else combine, or are these all separate terms? Oh, we got a negative 3BC here and a positive 6BC. So how many have I got? 9? Positive 3BC. Quincy's right. You can read that the other way around. I've got 6. If I just wrote that separately, 6BC minus 3BC. If I just wrote it the other way around, keeping the signs the same, I would say I have 3 BCs, yeah? So that's what I got. These two combined to give 3 BCs. What about this fella?
He's alone, no friends.
No friends again. I know. That is my final answer. All right. I'm going to split you guys up.